that's really what it all boils down to. It's like, yeah,
simple.
I do it all, man. You feel me?
Fuck with that, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nothing I don't really do.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, for sure.
100%?
100%.
Let's get it, bro. He's an entrepreneur, artist, and a hustler. My guest, Youngme.
What it do? Shout out to Maikon show, man. Hey, man. He lit, man. Lit his podcast out here, man. If you ain't on his podcast, you ain't really doing it right. You know what I'm talking about?
Let's get it, bro.
Yeah.
Love the energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, bro, I bet we've been trying to get this set up for a long time now.
Right. Our schedules, just, you know what I mean? But
that's what happens when you meet
for
busy
sure.
people, bro.
Busy people, for sure. That sounds like
bro.
I respect the schedule and the hustle, for sure.
Oh, yeah. So where you from?
Arizona, Tucson.
How long did you live there?
I've been born and raised there all my life.
You go back and forth?
Yeah, I go back and forth a lot to come out here to Utah for business and stuff and other avenues. But yeah, for the most part, I'm born and raised in Tucson. And then, travels and music just took me all over the world, man.
Yeah, bro. So you're a dope artist, bro.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Where did that come from?
Really just, I want to say my creative side came from my mom's side of the family. Like my grandma, she taught me how to play the piano at like 3 or 4 years old. And then growing up, in the church, because, as a young black kid, you mostly had to be in the church regardless if you wanted to or not. So growing up in the church, we used to have to do these speeches when we were kids, and my grandma didn't play. She made me memorize like 8 pages. Like I couldn't read. Like most kids get up there and be like, "Happy Easter, God is good." I'd be up there like, and then John and them and the Baptists and them, they'd be like, "Bro, you ain't got no paper." And so that's where the muscle memory came in for the lyrical content and all that. And then like I said, and then my mom sings, and my uncle played the guitar, and then my cousin, we used to visit them in Sacramento, California, and he was a producer and a rapper out of California, and that just inspired me to want to do music. I mean, I was already doing it in the church because I had no choice, but once I got with my cousin in California, I was like, man, I want to rap because he was dope. Like, he was fire, so yeah.
That's dope. So did you go to college?
I did. I was a jump specialist, so I did triple jump, long jump, high jump, and I went to Pima Community College, and I did like a year almost half before I dropped out. My grandma passed away, and then I was just like, man, and I was stuck in the house. I was living with her at the time, so I had the whole house to myself, and I'm trying to figure out how to pay these bills and all this other stuff. Reality hitting, you know what I mean? Like life really slapped me, and I was just like, man, let me step back. But then simultaneously as that was happening, my music career was like really, really taking off. Like I was already known, but like it was like when I got into college, like it started really, really popping, and I started doing way more shows and events, and my music just got better, and that's just where it was just like a situation where I was like, all right, school is not for me right now. Like, I just want to do this rap stuff full time. That's why I made a commitment to like, I'm only doing music.
Let me go this way instead of focusing on this. Yeah. So music came right after college, like taking it seriously.
Well, I was taking it serious the whole time. It was just that I was also taking athleticism serious as well. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been making I recorded my first song at 8 years old. It's called the Nap Trap Trooper on my karaoke machine that my mom bought me. So I recorded my first song when I was 8, but I started taking like music super seriously. Like I think around like 8th grade. Like 8th grade, I just started really getting into it. My homeboy he was like one of the first people to have the big Macintosh computer, like this huge TV box, and all he had was like a little computer mic on top. And I was just like, bruh, listen, he had a recording program. I was like, bruh, 10 people, we all just standing around this little mic, like, hey, yo, you next. It was no punch-ins. It was none of that. So that's how literally my rap career started off. And then from there, I just took it more seriously, started making beats and producing, and then getting more of my community and my fellow friends and stuff involved in music. And then that's when it just started really taking off. But I was still doing school and focused on athletics and stuff, but the music was like always, everybody's known me for 1 for 7, Mr. 1 for 7, 2 for 10, because I always had albums. 1 for 7 or 2 for 10, you can get this double pack I got or whatever. So everybody always knew me for music, and music was early.
So once, you stopped going to college, and is that when music really was a big thing for you? Yeah. It
just became a real.
It was go time.
It was go time. It was not even necessarily like it was a choice that I made, but it was also like heavily pressured on me by my peers, because at the time, like in my city and where I'm from, like looking back at it now, like I was the P. Diddy of my city. At the time, I didn't know it. Like, I had a studio that I built at my closet in my grandma's house. I didn't charge anybody for beats. I made all the beats.
Wow.
I'm talking a room full of like 15, 20 dudes in there. We just all rapping. Like everybody get a turn to rap. I don't care if you came in here and you're in this room, you rapping. Even if you don't want to rap, you rapping, bro. Like that's just what we doing. Yeah. And to the point where, like I said, I just had so much music and so much collaborations, but it turned into a situation where like, because it was my stuff and I was the more seasoned rapper and I had the more, as far as like just the know-how of rap, that people would just sit back and just be like, keep going, dog. Just keep going. So I be in the booth in the mic and I look up and I'm like 15 minutes in a song and I'm just rapping over a looped beat that I'm just keep rapping because everybody in the back like, no, keep going. I'd be like, bro, that sucks. They'd be like, bro, keep rapping. And that's how I got better, just for my friends just keep pushing me to rap. Just don't stop rapping. Just keep doing that. And it was fire though. It was fun though.
So music has taken you like to a lot of places, bro.
Yeah, man.
You've been traveling the world.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of different things. What's the funnest things you've done?
I got a call from my cousin who was living in LA, and she was like, and it's crazy because me and my homeboy, who was later on in life my manager, we was just waking up every morning early. We was grinding, and we was just talking about like how to get this overseas money, because we had seen this interview where Jen from the Rough Riders, the 106 in Park, like the battling dude, he had dropped an album with Rough Riders, but it flopped, and nobody was really, he was hard as a battle rapper, but when he dropped his music flopped, it really didn't go. And my homie was like, bro, like he touring in Japan right now, like one of his songs picked up steam. He rolling, like balling in Japan right now. And I was like, man, we got to get that over. Like, how do we get that overseas money? Yeah. So me and my boy, we talking about this for like maybe a month or two straight, and then boom, next thing you know, like I said, that's also, I much believe in the power of manifestation, the power of the tongue, you know what I'm saying? 100%. So later on, my cousin called me from LA. She's like, yo, I just got this flyer dropped off at my shop. She had a beauty shop and a salon, and somebody came in and dropped a flyer off for artists that wanted to potentially tour overseas and be a part of an overseas tour. She was like, yo, come out. So she called me on like Wednesday, and I think the audition was Friday. So boom, I fly out on Thursday, and I think I fly out Thursday to LA, and I go to this audition on Friday. Now, when I pull up to this audition, it's like 300 people at this audition. Like it looked like American Idol. Like the line is wrapped around the building. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like, how many people heard about this stuff? I'm tripping, right? So I'm looking and I'm getting close and I'm walking down, because I'm walking from the front to the back of the line. And I walk past and I see Kel from Kenan and Kel. I see Kel, and I'm like, he got this artist with him. This girl, she was swagging. I was like, oh man, I ain't got no chance. Like, who is this girl? Like, you know, she's probably gonna get on. So anyways, I ended up getting through and going through the audition, and they only took, out of all those people, they only took 2 people from that audition to overseas, and I was one of them. Oh, wow. And I was lucky enough to go over there. And that was big time. That was a big win for me. That win right there. And then my next win was like when I actually got to go overseas. And the first place I got to go was Singapore. Ooh. Now, at the time, I'm so hood and I'm so gassed, I don't even know where Singapore's at in the world. Like, geography is not something my strong suit. So I'm like, bro, I'm getting on the plane. They're like, yeah, it's like 27 hours. I'm like, all right, we out. Let's roll. Let's get it. You feel me? So I think like that audition was one. But then when I got to Singapore and my first time ever performing on stage, they know one of my songs, I only got like one hit song that they knew about, and everything else was just on some just random love. But when I got it performing, like, they threw roses and panties on the stage.
Oh shit! And
I thought to right there, I had an epiphany in my mind. I was like, "Do you know?" I'm like, "Do you know what kind of status you got to be in America to get roses and panties thrown on the stage?"
Be Drake, bro.
Like Drake. I'm saying, but before there was a Drake in that, it was like Michael Jackson. Like, it was the closest thing you got to somebody throwing roses and panties on the stage. Michael Jackson, James Brown type. So in my mind, it all set in like, oh, this is where I need to be at. Like, this is the love I need. Like, I can fight for all the love I want back home to be the hottest there, or I can sit here where I am that guy out here. You know what I mean? And that right there was like, that was a game changer for me. And it changed my whole mindset. You feel me?
That's fucking dope, bro.
Yeah.
So you're single?
I'm undisclosed right now. I might be, I might not be, but I'm undisclosed. I'm very private. That's what I'm going to say. I'm private. That's what I am. Yeah, I'm private. You know. For all you female listeners out there, hello, hi, how are you? Follow me on Instagram, but I'm private, you know.
How is that lifestyle, bro? Because, I mean, you're traveling all the time.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of different people.
I do.
You know, so is it hard to find the one in that lifestyle?
I mean, it is. It's very complicated just because it's already a stigma around artists, musicians, and that type of stuff, like all this, the fans and the girls and the players and stuff like that. And it's funny to me because I tell girls all the time, they'd be like, yeah, you a player, you probably got all these girls. I'm like, well, if I got all these girls and they all think like you, I ain't got nobody. Because all y'all thinking like I got everybody, so I end up with nobody. Like that's the formula if you really break it down. But no, so yeah, it makes relationships a little tricky, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes long distance, just because I'm travel so much. You know what I mean? I'm really not anywhere for any long periods of time. And that strains on a lot of relationships as well. So yeah.
Do you think it's possible to have a strong long distance relationship?
I mean, I do. I feel like it's mostly about communication and just knowing the partner that you're with, their limitations and things that that might upset them and not upset them, and also like just trust, that type of stuff. You feel me?
When you're not around somebody, no matter how much you call them, you miss them, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
So your brain starts defending you.
Right.
So it's like, let me not think about them as much.
Yeah.
And let me not want to call them too much.
Right.
And then you slowly, without even noticing, you start pushing yourself away from them. Not because you want to, but because you want to protect yourself.
Right.
Because it sucks not being with the person you really like.
For sure.
It sucks. You want to be with them.
Right, for sure. That part, or it can push you the latter way, which is like you start going crazy, like, oh, who is she with? What is she doing? Like, where is she at? Why ain't she text me right now? Like, it's been 20 minutes since she replied me. You know what I mean? Like,
it could go
that
both
type
ways.
of way, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a give and take. And I've had it happen both ways. So,
have you ever met, like, in your adventures around the world, what's the craziest girl you've met?
The craziest girl I've met, like, you mean like in relationship wise or just in general?
In general.
I think, well, I don't want to say it's like she's crazy, but I'm just saying like it's crazy like where I was at in the world and how it all happened. Like, so I was in Morocco doing a show in Morocco, and then the securities called me off the stage and was like, yo, when you finish your set, somebody wants to meet you. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I get off the stage and this lady's there, and she's got her hijab on and everything, but she's in the club just chilling, whatever. Yeah. And he's like, come say hello, shake her hand. He's like, don't shake it too long. He's like, and don't stand too close. And I'm at this time, I don't know who this is. Yeah. So I'm just like, all right, bet. Like, because I'm very cool with people. I don't have a problem meeting fans or anybody like that. I like enjoy it. Yeah. So I come down and I shake her hand, and she like takes off her glasses. She got like these fly Prada glasses, and she gives them to me. And I'm just like, okay. She's like, put them on. I'm like, all right, bet. So I put the glasses on and we vibe, and then we take a picture. And then I asked Kira, I was like, who is that? He was like, that's the princess of Morocco. And I'm like,
oh, shit.
Oh. He's like, yeah. So give her glasses back and then go about your business. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's royalty. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And but in that same month, I did Marrakesh, I did Agadir, and then that next time that I came back around, I got another security pull on my stage. He's like, yo, when you get off stage, someone wants to meet you. This time, I'm ready. I'm like, all right, I'm getting ready to meet somebody high rank. And I'm like, let me get together. Let me walk up. And you know what I'm saying? So I walk up. This lady, she's super cool. She smiles. She's like, oh my God, I loved your show. You were amazing, this and that. And she was like, my name is such and such. And I was like, oh, okay. But it didn't ring no bells to me. I'm like this. And I asked this girl, I was like, yo, she like, who is this? He was like, that's the princess of Monaco. I was like, Monaco? Damn. I was like, damn. I was like, there's a lot of princesses. So in my travels, I met a lot of royal people and family and people of like high stature. So that's one thing I just know coming from Tucson, Arizona, like I just would have never did or imagined ever. You know what I mean? Like, bro. And that type of stuff inspires me to want to inspire others to be like, bruh, y'all just like I am. Maybe not exactly the same, but we come from the same era that if you put your mind to it and your focus and your hustle and drive, you could be anywhere and do anything and potentially meet anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So those two right there were probably my craziest experience, bro. Like,
what do you think is the quality of single women nowadays?
I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm really trying to fight for y'all because I'm a mama's boy. So I be trying to defend y'all. But man, it's hard. Y'all make it hard for me out here, man. Like through the Cash App, the OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the everything that y'all got going on. Y'all make it hard for me to defend y'all. I'm trying my hardest to defend y'all right now. But I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's romance is dead. Oof. It's dead, but to a certain extent, women really do deep down inside they want it. But it's just they're at a stage in life where like like rap was in the 90s where like you had to literally be a gangster to rap about gangster stuff.
Oh, 100%.
To be in the game of rap, that's what you had to do. Like, even if you wasn't like, half these people catching charges, they wasn't these type of people before they started doing music. You know what I'm saying? And the same for the women. Like, even though they might have not wanted to be, maybe deep down inside, they just really want to be a wife or something in a relationship, have somebody love them. Like, the way society is built right now, like that's not where they winning at.
Yeah.
That's not the bread and butter for them. That's not the what their peers are progressing to do. So yeah, I'm just that's where I feel like is the missing link to you know, the high qualities of a single woman right now, you know.
I feel like they believe romance is dead because they don't trust men. Why? Because the whole culture with boss woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the independent woman thing push them to feel like, oh, I can do it all myself.
Right.
So when a man tries to help him out, they usually push him down.
Right.
And I feel like women pushed us down so much that now men are like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that part too. But the funny part I heard a comedian say the other day, the funny part about that is the woman that Beyonce, who kicked off the whole independent women jump off, she's married, ladies. She's married, she got a husband, they got a family, and they're happily right now. So all that independent stuff was just for show. Don't believe the hype, okay? All these people and these women who you look up to, like, they're in happy relationships right now with somebody else. Because I've also realized in my journeys, like most of the most successful people that I've met, they have a strong suitor. They have a strong backbone. Like it's just somebody there that's always in their corner that they can't trust, because in this world, it's very fickle to be able to trust people and individuals and systems and all this other stuff. So like when it's you in your darkest hour, if you don't have somebody to lean to that you really wholeheartedly trust and can tell your fears and ambitions and dreams to, like, it really falls upon deaf ears because nobody cares. But somebody that does care will help you overcome that and get to where you need to be in life. And that's what I've learned in my journeys is like, man, most successful people always have a strong backbone or back end or someone next to them that's ready to ride with them. And it's not their peers or their friends. It's somebody that's their significant other. So that's what I've learned for sure. So I always tell ladies, like, I know what y'all think is going on, but it's all a facade. Like, these people are out here not as lonely as you think they are. Like, they're not as single as you think they are. So.
Bro, because me personally, I've been in a relationship for 10 years.
Okay.
We've been through a lot together.
Yeah.
But one thing that I attribute my girl for doing is that every time I lose my way and I don't believe in myself as much, she always reminds me of who I really am.
Yeah, for sure.
As a man, you need that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we get confused sometimes.
Hella confused.
We feel like we're not enough and shit.
Yeah,
we're insecure sometimes too.
For sure.
But when you have a woman that really cares about you and instead of putting you down, she lifts you up. It's a huge attribute for your life.
For sure. That's the difference, man. Like I feel like we live in a world where toxicity is the brand, is the new norm right now. Like that's the new way of caring and love or being in it. I'm like, bruh, I don't do toxic. Like I don't like toxic. Like you said, I need somebody to uplift me. I need somebody to pour into my cup and not pour my cup out. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm looking for. And at the end of the day, like I feel like that's what everybody needs, even whether they want to admit it or not admit it. That's what you need. Like you said, not just us, women too. And I feel like women are in a place where men have put this on them so much where we've downplayed them I'm talking about from laws, from relationships, from music. Like we just put them down so much to this is their, it's just like like Tupac said, like eventually we're going to be like, yo, we hungry, can you get some food? Like 6 months later, we're going to be like, yo, I'm picking the lock, I'm coming and stealing your shit because we conforming to what you left us with. And women, I feel like that where they're at right now, the single woman right now is the state that we left her, the world left her in this place where she feels deprived and unappreciated. So she got to lash out and be like, I don't need y'all. Like, y'all need me. Like, fuck y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I feel like we at. And I feel like that's the problem. So hey, women, I'll be trying to be pro women. I'll be trying to let y'all know, uplift y'all. All my music is about uplifting women. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get y'all in a better space, headspace, good vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Because right now it's crazy for men and women.
Yeah.
Because I read a study that said that as of right now, women and men older than 30, there's being more virgin men and more single women. And why is this happening? Because women, they're looking for that perfection on a man that they'll never find. Every human is not perfect. Right? And they have this super high standard that no man can meet. Unless it's the 1%. But that 1% doesn't want to settle down with no women.
Man, I was just talking, I was literally just talking this fact to my homegirl the other day. I'm telling her, I'm like, listen, because we're both big fans of watching Love Is Blind. I'm a sucker for all the love shows. I love Love Is Blind, Temptation Island, all the love shows. I love it all because I love love, but I love the drama too. So I be watching all that stuff. But I realized I was telling her, I was like, listen, I think you a little too shallow to go on Love Is Blind. Like I don't think that would work for you because in your mind you still need these standards. They're like, well, what's wrong with standards? I'm like, there's nothing wrong with standards except for the standards themselves. Like that's what's wrong with the standards are the standards themselves. Because in all actuality, like love is tranquil. Like there's no standards there. Like if I love you, I love you for who you are, for what you are, for what it is. It's not like, oh, it's because your eyes are this way or your hair is that way or your walk is that way. Like, no, I actually fell in love with you because I love what's inside of here. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you put these standards up, like you said, these impossible standards, like 9 out of 10 times, the person that fit those standards is not doesn't want the same things you want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So because a funny joke today, there was like these women always talking about they want some tall, dark, and handsome man. Like that's the typical norm for petty answers. That's what they say. Yeah. And they was like, but your blessing was 5'6". Jesus was 5'6". Like your savior was 5'6". So figure it out, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like so that type of stuff right there be having me weak because I'd be like, yeah, it's facts, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? So your perfect man might not be as perfect as you think he is, but he's perfect for you, and that's all that matters.
So what's next for you, bro?
I'm still doing a lot of touring. I'm still doing a lot of building, man. Like I said, I just got a new entertainment company. We just kicked off the ground, R&R Entertainment, Results and Receipts.
Results and Receipts.
Yeah, man. A boss once told me, gave me a valid lesson about business. You can learn a lot from wealthy people that are willing to give you gems and diamonds in the rough. Yeah. And he broke down a conversation with me, and he was just like, "Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you want to be successful, especially in the world amongst the wealthies, we only care about 2 things in business: results and receipts. Excuses don't matter. Problems don't matter.
Yep.
All that other stuff that you think in your maybe small-minded mind that thinks matters, it doesn't matter to me.
It's all for the birds.
I'm too busy. Yeah. I have a lot of things on my plate. It's maybe 500 or 600 employees under my staff, but all I really care about is results and receipts. Yeah. What is it going to cost and what am I getting for it? At the end of the day, if you can get to that mentality, it will help you a whole lot in business. And ever since I've switched on that switch, business has been just booming because I now understand what the end goal is. What can I provide you and what it's going to cost you? That's all that really matters to me. Same if I'm going to buy a car, what does this car do and how much does this car cost? Because when I'm the buyer, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
So that's all I really want to know.
Yeah.
People break that mentality down. They think also wealthy mentality. No, it's anyone's mentality. It can be applied to any form of your life, anywhere you look at it. So yeah, that part right there. And then I got I'm chopping it up right now between a few labels about some deals because like I said, I'm a very good Afrobeat songwriter and artist, and that's the new wave of music is Afrobeat.
100%. Latin.
Yeah, Latin, bro, reggaeton, all that. Yeah.
Listen to something right now. I just heard a song by Fade.
Okay.
And Rima is on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's the first time he was speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
Bro, that song is so good, bro.
Yeah.
And because Afrobeats and reggaeton are kind of the same thing. Yeah, for sure. It's just a little bit off, but the way that I see this, bro, it's the new, because hip-hop slowly dying.
Right, for sure.
The future for music, I can see it being Latin and Afro with dance together.
Right.
And becoming this new wave where all you want to do is dance nowadays.
Yeah, because the thing is, so the reason why, like I just shout out to the Tucson Hip Hop Awards. I just won an award for Music Video of the Year. And during my speech, I let everybody know that I'm from Tucson, Arizona. Yes, I love hip hop. I love R&B. These are my roots. But living overseas, I've been fortunate enough to meet so many different worldly artists and producers. And I fell in love with Afrobeat. And the reason why is because, one, the music is so positive. Yes. Like the vibe is so infectious. Like a wise man once said something to me that really stuck to me, and ever since then I understood what it was about. Like you can't be angry listening to Afrobeat or reggaeton.
You can't.
You can't. It's just you can't be sitting around mad. Like no, eventually you're gonna be like, man, I'm feeling good. And that vibe, that energy, that's more so where I'm striving to be my music legacy to end on that type, because I've done everything else, but I'm also looking at the future. Like, I want these kids to get out these streets. I want somebody to understand you can make it other than just talking about the nonsense that's going on that really doesn't really matter. And I mean, like, how can you positively impact somebody else's life or motivate somebody's life through vibes and frequencies and energy? And that's where Afrobeat and, like I said, reggaeton is. I for sure know I told my friends this in like 2021 when I was first heavy in Afrobeat started, that listen, by 2024, Afrobeat will be the most dominant music in all genres of music, just because of the vibe and the energy that is bringing, and that's what this world needs. Like right now, more than anything in this dark times, we need good vibes. So 100%. That's the things that everybody eventually wants to hear. Because like I say, we be performing. I could do tests. When I test out my music and I perform, I'd like to do different genres to see the crowd's reactions. Yeah. And I'm going to get a reaction when I drop my trap music. Yeah. I'm going to get a reaction when I drop my R&B music. But the reaction that I get time and time again, without a doubt, when I drop that Afrobeat music is, I don't care if you were sitting down during the whole show. I don't care if you didn't clap. I don't care if you didn't wave your hands. When that Afrobeat comes on, you finna stand up and do something. You finna be like, what is this? Like, I don't know what it is, but I like it. And when I get handshakes and compliments after the show, it's always about that Afrobeat. Like, man, that music, that last song you did at the end, like, man, that was fire. What is that? Yeah. Like, some people don't even know the genre yet, but that's where so that's the direction that I'm going. That's where my future is leading me to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Because I was in the club last month, right? Yeah. And I'm listening to music, and they put some, trap, and it was heavy bass. Yeah. But in a way, that really low frequency can affect you in a way.
For sure.
And I could feel my mood, like, damn, why am I mad right now?
Why do I
want to do something crazy right now? You know?
For sure.
But then they put Latin and Afrobeats, and I was just like, whoa, it was a switch.
Just like that, bro.
I just wanted to dance, have fun with my girl, have a good time.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
That's real. It was that Lewis movie that just dropped on Netflix. I can't believe something they cloned Tyrone or something like that on Netflix. You should watch that. Clone Tyrone, and there's a scene in there where they have this simulation where the guys is like, we want to get in a fight, so they turn on the trap music, and these guys are in there, and they're like and they put on some other soft music, and they're like, it's literally like that, bro. That's what I was saying. Like the frequencies and everything, like that stuff is real, bro. Like 100%, it really is. Like you said, like that low energy, low frequency, like it changes you. Because even sometimes when I'm driving in the car, because I like to listen to music when I'm driving in the car, and when I'm driving in the car, like if I'm listening to the radio or something, and it starts playing that trap music, like I jump out my body, and I see my mind start turning into like old me, like old things, like old places I want to be like, oh yeah, I don't like him. Like these dudes think they're too flashy, and like I need to get on this and that. And I'm like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, I got to look back, like, what's wrong with you? Then they come on and drop some Timbs or some Wizkid, and I'm like, man, I want to just grab me one and get with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's crazy, but that's where we at right now. And I feel like as an artist, I feel like it's my obligation and my duty, because I know this, that I need to push the music and the art and the culture in that direction and get us away from where we at currently right now.
Well, because, bro, people starting to see the trap music and everything is getting a lot of people killed.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't ever hear a Afrobeat or a reggaeton guy getting killed.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying.
Because it's good quality, positive vibes.
Right, for sure.
Positive frequencies. Just maybe in the higher frequencies, with the treble and the hi-hat. And, there's not as much low frequencies.
Right.
That's why I feel like, yeah, bro. And I don't know if you saw Ebro talking about that the record labels are no longer looking for sure. Rappers or trap.
Yeah, at all, because it's going to be a dead market soon. If not, the whole culture will be dead because people are dying. But also, it's great. Also, what's funny is like, it's also to a certain extent it's getting exposed. Like, I just seen an interview the other day. Nicki Minaj was talking about how Future and how he doesn't do the drugs. And I was like, man, that's crazy, because like, us as artists, especially as art, like being a public figure, that's one thing. But being an artist, like, it's an obligation you have, bro. It's a duty you have, bro, to like. And I've seen another interview. This one dude, I love his bars, I love his music, but he was just in an interview. He was like, yeah, man, like, they asked him, like, so how do you find this woman? He's like, well, I'm playing a character. And in my character, like, I can't break character. I always got, he's like, they're like, well, you're being misogynist to women, and that. He's like, but I have to stay in character because that's what people like. Yeah. And that part, I feel like, is where we got lost in our cultures, that we're all putting on these facades and these big images that we think the world needs to see, but it's not healthy for the individual. You know what I'm saying? Even the same thing, I sent my boy a little snap the other day. little baby talk about shooting all these guns. Man, he had the AK out there, almost blew his shoulder out. He was like, I was like, oh, bro, you don't be out there like that, bro. Y'all capping. Like, what's the cap for? Yeah. Like, why y'all can't be yourselves? And I just feel like that's the message that I always try to put out to anyone, adults, to youth, but mostly the kids, because I'm all about uplifting the kids, and I know they're the future, but just be yourself. Be you. Yes. Be who you are. Don't let anybody tell you what you want. Like, I used to always want to be the flashy fly guy, but I realized one time that I was like, listen, man, like, I don't give a damn if I'm wearing $4 Target shorts. If they swaggy on me, somebody gonna be like, damn, bro, where you get that fit from, bro? This $10.
Yeah.
I got on a $10 outfit, but I feel and look like $1 million. You feel me? Yeah. So it's just about being you and embracing that. And I feel like, man, people are going to accept you no matter what, as long as you're staying true to who you are.
A lot of people want to be like trap stars. You know, they want to pretend like they sell drugs and do all these things, right? But what they don't get is that the actual trap stars who actually make it, it was just a tax invasion, bro.
Right.
What they did was like, they can't use the drug money. So they just put it into music to get clean money back.
Clean it back, make it all work.
They're just laundering money in a way.
Yeah, that's it.
But it works for them because it makes sense.
Right.
But it's not gonna work if you live in Utah acting like you shoot everybody. Like you're not doing any of that.
Sure.
You're not selling packs. You're not doing anything. So you should just be yourself at the end of the day because that's what's gonna give you the most positive feedback.
Right. And word wise about all those trappers that did all that stuff to get to where they're at right now, all of them caught a case at one point in time. And just know this, everybody ain't built for the cases. I promise you that. Prime example, everybody ain't built for the cases. You probably gonna talk if you get behind them walls. So
and most of them, bro, and most of them at the end of the day, who are they now? They are CEOs.
Right.
They are a lot better as a person. They become better because they got out of that. They never glorified it.
Right.
They were just speaking of the hard times they've been through.
And nobody wants to stay in there. I promise you, I've been in all of those realms. I've been in any facet of the streets that you could imagine. We're gonna have to say it for a different interview, but I've been through all of that. Drug dealing, jail, shot, robbed, robber, whatever. It doesn't matter. I've lived all those. But what you don't think I've come to find out is that being yourself and being able to shine your light of who you truly are and aspire to be, that's the greatest gift you could do. Because all that other shit is it's white noise. It's just stuff that just doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it seems like it matters because it's here now, but that future is what really matters. You know what I mean? I consider myself a futurist. That's why I always try to see myself and see what it's going to be like years to come so that I'm always ahead of the game and you know where I'm supposed to be at. You feel me?
Yeah, bro, that's the reason why I try to operate as the 10-year-old self me, right? Because you see your younger self every single day.
Right,
From the future,
for sure.
You're looking at your young self.
Always, yeah.
What do you think your future self is doing right now?
Right.
It's looking at every single mistake you're making or every right choice you're making.
Right, for sure.
I feel like you need to respect that older self.
Yeah.
Because guess what my younger self didn't do?
Yeah.
It didn't respect me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So operating with that mindset of like, oh, I know where I need to go.
Right.
What would that person be doing right now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
How is that person judging me right now?
Right. That's crazy. You said that I met this older lady because I've grown. All I do is listen to the wise person. That's why I got the wisdom I got because I just listen to the wise, always talk. But this lady, she was like, I think she was like, she's probably in her 60s, and she was like, I'm writing a book right now, and the book is a letter from my 60-year-old self to my 25-year-old self. And she was like, when I was in my 20s, she was like, I was very depressed and I was on the verge of suicide, and I had mental health issues that I couldn't oversee, and I really wanted to end it all. And I clearly remember that feeling and that state of mind. Yeah. She was like, I wish somebody was there to help me get through that. She's like, so I just want to write a letter to my 25-year-old self telling her how much better life is going to get. This is not the end. You're going to have beautiful children. You're going to have beautiful grandchildren. Yeah. You're going to be successful in your business. Like, it's not the end all be all. Life is not over. And I feel like a lot of people are in that place where they just don't know how to get to the next phase. But when you get to that older stuff, like I said, you looking back at your younger self, you're like, damn, why didn't we listen, bro? Like, we're like, I know we think these old people and our parents don't know what they talk about, but they've been here. They've been here. They know what they talk about. They've experienced it, but we just young. We think we know everything. We bullheaded, but you don't. But that concept of what she was saying, like, it really made me start thinking about life different. Like, man, like you said, you got to look back at your younger self, and you also got to talk to your future self because you don't know, you know what I'm saying, where it's going to end up. Like, I was at a funeral and a preacher said something. Like I said, I like a lot of quotes because I be listening. A preacher said something that was a game changer for me too. He said, "Man, you see this young man's life?" He said, "There's only 3 periods in his life that mattered, and they're probably not the ones that you're thinking." He was like, "Look at his tombstone." He said, "It's the day that he was born. It's the day that he died. But the most important part is that dash in between it."
God damn.
Because that's the journey.
Yup.
The destination, where you think you want to go, none of that shit matters.
It doesn't.
It's the journey that you need to enjoy to get there. Because how you got to here right now was probably not the way you thought it was.
At all.
How I got to where I got right now was definitely not the way I thought it was. It was that dash. That journey, that in between that had me like, okay, that's the part of life that you need to enjoy is the journey. Like that part right there, bro. A lot of these quotes will be like, bro, they be changing my life. I be listening, like, you feel me? Like,
I never heard that before, bro.
Yeah.
If you could go back in time.
Yeah.
Young you.
Yeah. I'm young me. Yeah, so it'll be young you.
Young you,
yeah. Yeah.
What would you tell him?
Man, honestly, I would tell him, listen a little more. Because he definitely was listening, but I need him to listen a little more. And I would tell him to stay the course. I really tell him to stay the course, only because everything and every trial and tribulation and every journey that I've been on led me to where I'm at right now and molded me into the person that I am right now. I needed those experiences to learn to be who I am right now. Facts. I probably wouldn't be. It's a lot of people who are going through life right now and they don't have as much here because they haven't experienced so much.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that gives them the lack thereof.
Yes.
Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. But regardless, it makes you different. It makes you unique. Your circumstances that you've overcome make you unique.
Yeah.
In your own forthright. So that's what I would tell my youngsters, just to listen a little more. That's all. That's just listen more. Because if I would have been listening a little more, I would have bought stocks of Bitcoin and I'd be a millionaire right now. Like, I just wasn't listening. Like, I didn't listen to little Josh. I didn't listen to my nerd homie Josh when he was telling me. I didn't care what Josh. I was like, Josh, we smoking and what's up, man? Where the hoes at, bro? Like, nobody cares about your damn coins, bro. No. Like, if they're pennies, can I see it? Well, I don't care. They're invisible. I ain't trying to hear all this. This ain't no magic show.
That shit was crazy. I can't believe I didn't do that. Somebody told me too, bro. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I would tell myself. Just listen a little more. You know what I mean? Other than that, though, yeah, that's about it.
Damn, well, Youngme.
Man,
it's been a great time, bro.
Appreciate that, man. Hey, y'all check his show out, man. Tune in, rock with my boy. He got the fire interviews. He's always showing love, man. Hey, I'm Youngme, and this is what we doing, baby. I love it out here, man. Let's get it.
Sir, let's get it, bro. And what do you got to tell the people? Where can they find you?
Oh, man, you can find me on all social platforms. Youngme, the OG. Or if you're looking for me on Spotify or iTunes Music, is Youngme, all one word. YOUNGME, all one word. Or Youngme, the OG, THE, OG. On all platforms.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm excited for you, bro. I feel like you're headed the right way. I
appreciate it, man.
And I can't wait to see what becomes of you.
Yeah, you too, man. Like I said, I see where you at, man, and I see the vision, and I just know that, like I said, consistency and quality is always going to prevail no matter what. It's always going to shine out. Like I said, that's how we even got to here right now, because I was just peeping. I was like, man, this dude been going in. Like, he going, you know what I'm saying? Like, people that I'm several shows I'm talking to, I'm like, oh, hey, on this show. I was like, oh, I got to get on. Like, you feel me? So, yeah, man, yeah. Kudos to you, man, for sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah. Thank you. And to you guys, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with us right now.
Turn up, man. We lit.
Youngme.
Yes, sir.
And your host, Maikon.
Hey, vibes, baby.
And bro, I've been on a mission, bro.
Yeah.
I'm pushing. I'm working as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Because someday I want to get Post Malone on this show.
Okay, for sure. For sure.
Bro, I believe it can happen.
Oh, it's definitely going to happen, for sure. For sure. You speaking into existence enough. Hey, yo, Post, check this out, my dog. It's Youngme. I'm your boy. You don't know it yet, but I'm your boy. Hey. Check this out. I'm going to need you to pull up to the homie spot. You know what I'm saying? He's probably going to be in his mansion the next time you hear, but pull up to a spot. The homie Maikon say he got a spot for you. Pull up, hey, and drop some game, man. Give me some real gems and some real jewels, because the people want to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Post, we see you, dog. Holla at us. You know what I mean? There you go. It's in the universe now. You know what I mean?
Bro.
It's in there. It's out there.
And the day that it does happen, I want to get everybody who was part of the show.
Yeah.
And be in the audience.
Yeah. Oh, that's vibes.
And at the end of the episode, I want to look into his eyes and say, I told every single one of these people that you were going to be standing here someday.
That's gangster.
And that's going to be so powerful, bro. Because a kid is going to be looking at that and be like,
man,
Damn.
Yeah, the power of manifestation, dreams, and hard work, man, and dedication.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
And at the same time, every single person who was part of the Maikon show will feel like everything is possible.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Because they were in the same spot that someone who looks impossible to reach is.
Right, for sure. No,
you know, so
hey, man, I'm with that right there. That's a mission for sure. And
yes,
I'm with
it.
I believe it can happen.
One other thing. I've been telling these people and they won't listen, bro.
Yeah.
And it hurts my heart.
Yeah.
But like I always said, please, guys, please, from the bottom of my heart, stop cheating, bro. There's a lot of cheating going on, bro.
It's a lot of cheating. That's for men and women. Oof. Women are better at it than men. Yeah. Especially as you got all these social medias and all these fans and onlys and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I'm talking to everybody, not just men, because we get a lot of the flack for cheating, but technically, women cheat. Like, I be around women talking about this game that they playing, like how they get money from this dude, how he buying lingerie and don't know it. And one girl was like, yeah, he buying me lingerie, so I sent my homegirl size to get her some too. I was like, damn. I was like, y'all cold. They cold, bro. They cold. So cheat.
I never heard that.
Bro, I done heard, that's what I'm saying. My book is finna kill everybody. I got the juice, I got the tea, I got the lava, whatever's hot, I got it. I promise you that. I promise you that. And I'm gonna expose a few people, but it's all gonna be for good cleansing of the soul and getting people to a better place, so that at the end of the day, even somebody with the least amount of chances to get somebody can now understand the mental and the brain capacity of how people think in this game, because it's a cold world we live in. But once you understand it a little better, you'll be a little better off. Don't be blind out here. Don't just cheat, but also don't be blind, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, real talk.
But that was amazing, man.
Man, appreciate that, man. My man. Yes, sir.
Love you guys. Take care. Go to sleep early. And yeah, peace out.
Follow your dreams. Youngme. We out.
Bro, that was a dope one, dude.
Hell yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are going to enjoy this one.
Hell yeah, I hope so. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we said a lot of dope shit, bro. And a lot of real shit, too.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's all real.